Why and how equilibrium proposes an economic system enabling the implementation of Kate Raworth's donut. Donut theory was proposed by Kate Raworth in the early 2000s in order to think about an economy that is both ecologically sustainable and socially just. Let us imagine two concentric circles, one small and one large, forming a donut. This image makes it possible to visualize planetary boundaries, symbolized by the large circle, a ceiling that must not be exceeded under penalty of ecological crises, and a small circle which represents social foundations, a floor that must not be crossed under penalty of social crises. The large circle encompasses planetary boundaries, the biosphere, ecosystems, biodiversity, the climate, etc. The small circle symbolizes justice, health, education, equality, and more broadly, all the conditions necessary for the stability of human society. The central idea of the donut is to define an economy capable of remaining within the corridor located between these two circles, not breaking through the ecological ceiling, not falling below the social floor. In other words, maintaining humanity within a safe and just space. But one essential question remains largely unanswered. Which monetary system actually makes it possible to remain there? The donut is a compass, but it lacks an engine. The problem is the following. The current banking, monetary, and financial system does not allow the economy to remain within the framework of the donut. Our money is mainly created through bank debt with interest. This mechanism requires continuous growth, mechanically pushes toward ecological overshoot, and makes respect for the ceiling and the floor structurally impossible. Moreover, there are many paradoxes, dilemmas, or feedback loops that make the current monetary system incompatible with the idea of a sustainable economy compatible with the donut. This is not a moral problem, it is an architectural problem. So if the donut gives us the map, we are missing the operating system. The donut is a normative compass. We now need a macroeconomic and monetary infrastructure capable of making it fully operational. From reading the Equilibrium Manifesto, a central idea clearly emerges. The donut requires a system in which money is no longer a stock to be accumulated, but a permanent dynamic flow. A system in which money is created to the extent that it regenerates and degrades to the extent that it destroys. This innovative logic is designed to orient the economy toward a target zone compatible with planetary boundaries and the social needs of the donut. The current system is paradoxical. Vital needs, health, education, social protection, are financed by taxation resulting from activities that destroy the planet. We must break this deadly logic by introducing debt-free money creation, dedicated to the commons and to care, independent of extractive growth. The social floor thus becomes structurally secured. We must therefore clearly distinguish two monetary flow logics. The first is bank money, issued in exchange for debt. It is market-based, oriented toward profitability, and often degenerative. It is the one we know today. The second is money issued without debt, that is to say, without any repayment constraint toward its issuing body. This second monetary flow will be directed toward a regenerative purpose, toward domains that the market ignores due to a lack of short-term profitability: health, education, ecological restoration, social ties. This dual monetary circuit architecture would allow the economy to remain durably within the limits of the donut. The ecological ceiling would no longer be a simple scientific indicator, but an operational monetary constraint, while ensuring the minimal criteria of society. This system would organize mechanisms of monetary destruction on high-impact activities by introducing ecological interest rates, green or brown, thus penalizing degenerative activities before they even come into being. The ecological ceiling and the social floor of the donut would be respected by the constraint of money itself. The monetary system set out in equilibrium makes it possible to adjust economic flows without causing social crisis or financial collapse. This is exactly what donut theory requires, and exactly what the current monetary system makes impossible. Conclusion. Without monetary reform, donut theory remains an objective without a method. Equilibrium proposes a method capable of making the donut possible. With this method, the donut is written directly into the monetary code of the world. Discover now the monetary system presented in the book Equilibrium. Because changing money means changing the world. The link to the Equilibrium Manifesto can be found in the description.